New York, home of the legendary 300-foot Sequoia. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, sex therapist Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Know Your Staff with musician Steve Kahn. And another installment of Stupid Pet Tricks. Also, Viewer Mail. And the great rocket chair race. And now, a man who can't be tipped over because of his low center of gravity, David Letterman.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to the program. My name is David Letterman, and it's great here in New York, isn't it? The days are getting longer. They're getting warmer. We're getting more and more soothing sunshine. Nature is in almost full bloom, and that, of course, means there's only one more full month of professional hockey. Don't worry, we have a fine program for you tonight. No, I'm not worried. We got a good one tonight. Let me show you. Oh, boy. This really ought to be, by law, 2 shows, don't you think? You people, this is the kind of show you're going to be talking to your grandchildren about many, many years from now. And more than likely, they will be ignoring you. But Stupid Pet Tricks on this program tonight. We have no guests on this show, do we? We have just jerky activity, don't we? Commemorating the 23rd anniversary of Alan Shepard's suborbital rocket flight, Paul and I are going to race rocket chairs, is that right? Fueled with dangerous liquid nitrogen down the hallway right out there on the 6th floor. Also, we're going to... Now, this isn't jerky activity. We have... possibility of Know Your Staff. We were going to do it last night, and we ran out of time, darn the luck, so we're going to do it tonight, and we're going to be introducing you to Steve Kahn and finding out all about Steve. And in addition to this, we'll be having Dr. Ruth Westheimer on the show. Now, I'm leaving something out, aren't I? That's it? Gee, does it still seem like 2 shows? Do what? Oh, of course, Viewer Mail. Yeah, that's right. It's Thursday. So now say hello to our friend Paul, and let's get this thing underway.
Thank you so much.
That it is.
I think it's, boy, thank you very much. Top track. I think it stacks up to about 1.5.
1.5 shows?
Great shows. Good.
But it will be great. It's going to be a solid show.
Solid show. Those chairs, we go backwards, of course.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to do.
Just straight into the wall.
Your arm okay?
Looking forward to it. Yeah, boy, have I had... Let me just say, if I could take a minute to tell a true, absolutely true story.
As long as it's true, Paul.
You know, I'm doing that nutty Ellie Greenwich show, leader of the pack at the bottom line.
Yeah.
Every night, playing just like this constantly, because that's the type of music it is. I developed tendinitis, and I was just going nuts, really couldn't play until Candy, our makeup gal, Candy Corral, she says, "You're playing those 8th notes wrong, babe." I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Well, she's a pianist," and she explained, "You got to keep the wrist loose." Started doing that, Candy, and my problems are over. I can now play 2 shows a night, different things, running. Candy saved my career. That's all I can say. That gorgeous blonde in the dark.
Now, is that show sold out? If people want to buy tickets, can they still go see you down there,
Gee,
Paul?
I don't know. It's a very hot ticket in town, you know.
All right. I'm coming down there.
I know.
Last night on this program, we did Dave's Kitchen of Tomorrow, and we had the crouton toaster, which didn't work. But I've been assured that tonight it works, so we don't want to cheat anybody, and let's just try and recreate this magic moment. Croutons are a favorite salad or dinner addition. There you go. And they're especially delicious when they're fresh and homemade. But who has time to individually toast croutons? Well, now you do, thanks to the wonder of the new crouton toaster. Sure, it takes up a lot of space, and the process is mind-numbingly tedious, but isn't your family worth it? Now, here's how it was supposed to work. We take the bread cubes and we Just load them in there. All right. Now, we put it down like that. Okay. And in just a minute, you're going to be done. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad we got to do that. All right, let's get to the viewer mail. It's Thursday night, and we've been doing this every Thursday since we've been on the air. We're answering letters from actual viewers, and we certainly appreciate your help and support and cooperation. First letter. All right, what does this say here? From the desk of Kevin Lawrence James, Vancouver, British Columbia. Vancouver, British Columbia is a beautiful, beautiful city, by the way. And it says, Dear Dave, I've watched a lot of talk shows, but you are the best, and not by a small margin. With your rare combination of engaging manner and great looks, NBC should double your salary. One could take this letter and make a copy of it on a Xerox machine, but they'll never make a copy of you. And it's signed, your devoted fan, Kevin Lawrence James. Geez, Kevin, thank you very much. That was awfully nice of you. Vancouver is a beautiful city. You've been up there, haven't you, Paul? No, it's lovely. Dear Dave, I find it hard to believe that devoted viewers like myself are forced to watch that same old boring beginning to the show. Oh, sure, the writers are always coming up with some new and clever way for Bill Wendell to introduce you, but can't your otherwise innovative staff come up with a new opening? And signed, Paul Suras, Tona, New York. Paul, to tell you the truth, our graphics department is constantly creating new openings for this show, but they never seem quite right. Let me give you an example of their latest submission. Watch the monitors here in the studio, and at home use your TVs.
Artist Bob Hook and visuals coordinator Ed Hall present Late Night with David Letterman.
So you see what we're up against? Paul, she was on the CBS Morning News this morning. Yeah. Yeah. No, she was. I know. Well, I'm sick about it myself. Yeah, I know. Joan Collins was on the CBS Morning News. Any opportunity to be on television other than this show, she'll take it. She's doing Carvel commercials now. But she's not. We're not going to have her on. We don't want her on now. She's been on way too many shows, and I think there's a chance we can have her deported. But we'll get into that. Oh, also, while I'm at it, yesterday I was trying to be nice about the guy who said he'd be on our show and then didn't show up, and I didn't use his name. It was Larry Holmes, world heavyweight champion of the world. All right. Now, this is interesting. Randall Tex Cobb, the man he fought, showed up. He was on this show. And there may be a suit because of that, too. But Larry wouldn't show up, so it's $1.7 million. Now, letter number 3. Dear Dave, did you know that you laugh through your nose? It's true. Please don't think I'm cutting you down or anything. I just thought somebody should point this matter out to you, being on such a fine program and all so on and so forth. But don't worry, I'm sure people will remember you by things other than the way you laugh through your nose. And it's signed Brian Baker, Los Angeles, California. Gee, that's interesting. You know, I wonder how people will remember me. What would that be like?
Dave, wake up.
Oh, goodness.
Wake up, Dave.
Yes, sir. I must have dozed
Drifted off.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Worried about Joan Collins, I guess.
You gotta cool out about that.
I gotta cool out, yeah.
It's fine.
Well, we're going to have to put people on the doors. I don't want her in here. Do you want her on this show, Paul?
Joan?
Yeah, I have a feeling you're not entirely with me on this.
Not anymore. No, I would have been, not anymore.
Why are you standing there in the middle of the floor?
Hi.
It looks like you're getting... And now, ladies and gentlemen, with that medley we promised you, Paul Schaefer. Paul?
Here's the way I feel about Joan Collins. No, I'm not going to get into that.
She's been on way too many shows. She's not getting on this one. Where am I now? Are we done? Oh, number 4. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My mind is, I'm preoccupied for no apparent reason. Letter number 4 begins, Dear David, on April 24th from about 1 to 1:10 a.m. on Channel 5 here in Seattle. Seattle is also a beautiful city. These northwestern cities are wonderful. Anyway, from 1 to 1:10 on Channel 5 here in Seattle, you went off the air for some unknown reason. I'll leave it up to you whether or not I missed anything important. But what I'm really concerned about is that you keep this news from the panicky guy. Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
I know what that means. That means that the whole ionosphere is out of whack. I'm getting the hell out of here. I want to live. I don't want to die. Get out of my way.
Of course, was the panicky guy. A great show. Ruth Westheimer will be here. Paul and I are racing down the hall in rocket chairs. And right now it's time to get to our latest installment of Stupid Pet Tricks. People from all over the tri-state area have brought their pets, dogs, cats, other animals in here and going to perform the tricks that they have been taught at home. Now, let me remind you, this is not a competition. It's only an exhibition. Please, no wagering. Now, let me introduce our first participant tonight, Carrie Seller. Carrie? Oh, hi. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Nice to see you, sir. And this is your dog, who?
That's Buddy.
Hi, Buddy. How are you?
Give him a little, hey, nice smile. Nice smile.
What kind of dog is Buddy?
He's a mutt.
He's a mutt? How old? How
He'll
old
be
is Buddy?
7 on the 4th of July.
All right. And what will you and Buddy do for us tonight,
Well,
Carrie?
Buddy spends my money, and then I drink the beer when we get home.
Buddy buys beer for you.
That's
You're
correct.
apparently not of age.
Well, neither is he, so between the two of us,
All
we
right.
get away with
Now,
it.
how did you teach him to do this?
It's a whole bunch of little tiny things put together. It's
Okay.
hard to explain.
All right. Well,
Little
if
tiny.
you need me, I'll be right here.
Okay, I need you.
This is Buddy and his dog, Carrie, and they're going to buy some beer. Now, what do I do?
You're the clerk.
I'll be the
So
clerk.
you
I
have to
stand
go
over here?
Yes, sir.
I'll be over here.
The only thing you have... Well, let me get the beer. He can
Sure.
wait while we're talking.
Sure.
Buddy? Could you
What the hell
bring
am I doing now?
this? Boy, bring it over here.
Oh, the dog brings the beer.
Now, just hold it for a minute. Hold it. Now, he's going to come over and put his feet up here. Hand you the beer. Take it.
Okay. I take the beer.
Right. That's
Okay.
a very nice dog. Stay there and hold it. Then he's going to pull the money out of the rubber band and you take it.
Oh, okay.
But that's the hard part. No one can ever do that.
Well, what happens?
They just forget. They
They
freeze.
forget. Sure. Okay. Well, no,
Okay.
it's my shop. I won't.
Then
have
after
to
you've
take
got the money,
You know, the last dog that came in here like this held the place up. Are you listening?
we're worried about
Are you listening? Okay, let's go.
it. Okay, bud. Right up here. That's the store clerk. This is the world's biggest store.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Take the beer.
Let me take the beer. And
Pull out
can I
your
have the money?
You didn't take it.
Would you like some beer nuts? Maybe some razor blades, flints for your lighter? All right, let's take a look at Buddy here in slow motion. There's more. Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry.
He
What
wants to take the beer so that I can drink it. So you take that and put it
I'm
in
sorry.
here.
Good heavens. If only they'd tell me what time the rehearsal is, I'd be happy to be there. All right, I give it back to him?
No.
No.
Put it in here.
I put it in there.
There you go, the old store clerk.
Well, the mitts look pretty good, don't
Throw
they?
my money in there too, please.
Yeah, me and the wife are going to
Now
try to
just
get up
roll
and
it up
stay on
real
Sunday.
tight.
All right.
There you go.
There you go, pal. Thank you very much, Terry. Now that's a dog, boy. That's a dog's dog. That's the way dogs ought to be, you know. That's Buddy. All right, our next participant tonight, Adam Zwig, Mr. Zwig. Is that right, Adam?
No, David, pronounce it wrong.
How do you pronounce it?
Pronounce it Swag.
Zwag. Gee, I'm awfully sorry. Forgive me, sir. Adam, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
And where are you from?
I'm from Harvard University.
You, my God. You have a strange-looking watch there, Adam. What is that thing?
This is Spot, and he's a Madagascar giant cockroach.
And obviously a favorite with the audience. where do you get, I guess, Madagascar? But how is it that you have one that big?
Well, this was sort of given to me by a friend.
Oh, yes. I'm sure it was. Now, what are you and that animal going to do? I guess you're just going to beat it to death for us. Isn't that your trick? Maybe not.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, I'm sorry.
Spot sensitive to this kind of things.
Okay. How long have you had that thing?
We've had them for actually we've had two. This is actually Spot 2, the original Spot. We had it for about 2 months till he died.
Yeah.
Just a little while ago.
And how long do you think this one will be around?
After tonight, I'm not sure.
How big will he get? Is that it for him?
No, he can be a foot, too.
At the size of a Honda,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay, Adam, whatever you're going to do, go right ahead and
tonight's Spot is going to climb the tightrope over the fires of hell and the pit of doom, which
right.
I brought along with me here. Dave, I need you to help me. Could you grab that tightrope right there?
I'll be happy to hold the rope. Where do you want me to put this?
Okay, you can put it right in front of Spot's head here.
That is his head?
Yeah, and I'm going to fish him out.
What do these things eat, by the way? Oh, now if he drops, we're...
Yeah. Oh, come on, Spot. Okay, I'm going to light the fire of hell right now. Okay, now I'll take it from you, Dave.
This looks like it might be good on a cracker. Maybe not.
Okay.
Adam, do you want me to... Oh, now you're not going to roast this beast, are you?
Not if he walks fast enough. Okay. Okay, Spot, you ready?
And have this place closed down. Oh, no.
Go,
What?
Spot.
Oh, no.
Go, Spot. Go, Spot.
Whoa.
There he goes. There he goes. That's basically it.
Oh, my gosh. Adam.
Yes.
This may have been one of our most dramatic moments on Stupid Pet Tricks. Here again, through the miracle of slow motion instant videotape replay. Oh, my. Adam, nice meeting you.
Thank you very much.
Adam Zweig, thank you very much.
I'd just
Adam.
like to thank John Red very, very much for letting me on Spot's co-owner. Thanks again.
Spot's co-owner. They had someone co-sign a loan to get that thing. Thank you very much, Adam. Co-owner. All right, Rina. On another name I'm having trouble with. Rina, is it Rina? Good heavens, there's 200 or 300 people here tonight in support of Rina Frederick. Rina, hi. I didn't get your last name right, did I?
It's Friedrich, that's it.
Rina Friedrich. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Rina?
I'm from Babylon.
Babylon, and this is your pet, obviously.
Yes, this is Corky.
Corky, and a handsome-looking kitty. How old is Corky?
He's about 7, I'd say.
All right, very nice-looking cat. What will Corky do for us?
Well, he thinks he's a breakdancer sometimes.
All right. Is there anything I can do for you and Corky, or just...
Just watch.
all
I
right.
hope he does it.
All right, did you teach the cat to do this?
No, he came that way.
One of the options you can get at the showroom.
Come here, Corky.
All right, Corky the cat will now break dance. What are you feeding him there, Rena?
Roast beef.
Roast beef, all
Come
right.
here, Corky. Come here, Corky. Come here.
Would you like to buy some beer? We have a few left.
Corky, come here. Come here, Corky.
Corky the cat will be breakdancing. Do you need a little music, Rena?
Maybe, I don't know. Come here, Corky.
A little soft music? We don't want to frighten the poor...
Come here, Corky. Corky, come here.
That's a very nice-looking cat. Yeah, that seemed to be just exactly what we needed.
Exactly. Come on, Corky.
Corky. Okay.
All over it.
Rena, is that even your cat? All right,
Actually,
now
I
let me
found
get
him
a
on the
ruling
way
here.
over here.
What are we going to do? Okay, well, if we have time, you can come back and give it another shot. But we're going to have to move on for right now.
Okay,
Thank you
fine.
very much, Rena. I'm awfully sorry. Bye, Corky. Bye-bye. That's a real disappointment. These kids work so hard making their own costumes, and then... doesn't mean anything. All right. Marty Diamond, ladies and gentlemen. Marty. Hi, Marty. How are you? Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. We got trouble here. What is this?
This is an English Bull Terrier.
English Bull Terrier. What are they? Is it a friendly dog?
Sometimes.
Well, is he friendly tonight?
Yes.
What's his name?
Boy.
Boy. Come here, boy. Oh, I see how that works. That's great. What an imagination. All right. Hi, boy. How you doing? Now, he's got some pig blood in him, doesn't he? Hello, boy. That's a great-looking dog. What is he going to do for us tonight, Marty?
He walks with a bag on his head.
Okay. Walks with a bag on his head, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah! Yeah! Yes, sir. What a dog! Walks with a bag on his head. Okay. There you go. Marty Diamond and his dog boy. Yes, sir. Congratulations, Marty. Nice job. There you go. That was a stupid pet trick. And I want to thank everybody who helped us out with stupid pet tricks again tonight. They're always terrific. But that dog with the bag on his head, that's a stupid pet trick. That's terrific. You get a dog with a bag on its head, you don't need Joan Collins. Am I right? Now, I didn't mean anything by that either. There he is. Yeah, that's a great trick. My first guest tonight is an internationally known sex expert. She can now be heard on NBC Radio's The Source. She will also be making a film for MGM in the fall. Listen to this one, though. In August, she will lead a Sex on the Nile cruise. Please welcome back tiny sex therapist Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Hi, Ruth. Good to see you. You look terrific. Thank you very much for being back here. In a few minutes, we have questions from our studio audience we'll get to, but I want to ask you first about some of this stuff. Okay, the NBC Radio, The Source, that's a good thing for you. You're on the radio network now.
Right. It will happen.
It will happen.
Yes.
Now, you're going to take phone calls from all over the country?
And the thing that I like most about it, it will happen within the next month or so.
Yeah.
The thing that I like most about it, it's going to be an 800 number, which means if somebody has a burning question about relationships...
That's kind of an interesting choice of words there, isn't it?
About relationships or sex, it doesn't cost them anything
anymore. Yeah, but the
anymore.
phone company
I
makes
love that.
huge money on that deal.
I don't care about that. What I like is that the person who calls doesn't have to pay.
That
Can
I can
hang on and wait until I answer.
And you'll be all over the country, all over North America. Good for you. Congratulations. Now, making a film for MGM.
It's going to be funny.
Is this one of those Cheech and Chong deals? Is it?
No, it's something very interesting because you know that
what part are you going to play in this film?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to play myself. And you know that there are many young people who really do need a little bit of guidance. One of the reasons that they watch you and that they listen to me.
They're getting plenty of guidance here.
Right. So what this is going to be, I'm going actually to play myself. Yeah. I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer, but things happen. While I'm going to be on the radio, things happen out there to some young people, and it's going to be very fascinating. I loved the screen. I loved the
Who else is in this movie? Is this a big movie?
It's a big movie.
And who else is in the movie?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
No, but I will tell you.
Have you seen the script?
Yes. I like the script a lot.
What's the rating on this?
I don't know yet.
Well,
but what I do know is that the script is something that I like because it is sexy. It is good information. And it is something that speaks a lot about love and relationships.
This is not Porky's 3, is it? All right, now I have to ask you about this thing. Sex on the Nile. No. This is illegal. You can't do this.
Oh, it's going to be very interesting.
All right, we'll have the woman explain this for us. Her Sex on the Nile cruise. Now, what is this?
It's not a sex cruise.
That's what it says. It says Sex on the Nile.
It's going to be Sexually Speaking on the Nile with Dr. Ruth Westheimer. And I'll tell you what's going to be. I'm going to meet with people at the university in Cairo, going to meet with the Minister of Social Affairs.
Will these guys be on the cruise?
No, they're going to be in Egypt. And on the cruise for a few days, what I'm going to do is to lead some seminars. Some of the seminars will be on sex therapy, on sex education, on contraception, on things that I usually talk about. And some of them will be about sexuality in different religious backgrounds. For example, in the Muslim background, and some way of dealing with family life, because some rules and regulations are different.
Now,
for
this is
different
all while
religions.
you're floating down the Nile.
Right. And it's going to be very exciting.
Now, what does
because
this cost somebody? See, a couple from Long Island
I don't
wants
know.
to go on this.
I don't know.
Well, what do you think?
But
it's
I
gonna cost?
I think about, I don't know, about
Come on.
$2,000 or something like that. But I
How
want to
many
tell you
days?
something. They go for about 10 days.
10 days.
The thing that's going
What
to be
about
nice,
hot towels?
I'll find out. I'll come later back to you and I'll tell you. But
Well, you know, this sounds like things are going to get out of hand, and it's going to be orgy-esque.
no, it's going to be very interesting because the nights in Egypt are very cool. The days are hot, but the nights are cool.
Mm-hmm.
And people on vacation are very relaxed.
Yeah.
So it is very nice to teach them something new.
I have a feeling this is going to get closed down the first day out of port. It'll be shut down. It'll be an international incident. Well, good luck to you on
But
that.
I'm going to learn something new, and the people who are going to travel are going to learn something new. It's going to be very
Take
exciting.
some tear gas, because I see problems. Front page of the Post. Mark my words, Ruth. Gonna be trouble.
I'll come back and I'll tell you all about it.
Okay. All right. We have questionnaires folks in the audience have filled out. Anonymity is you know, what do you say when you say that?
À la rigueur.
Is what?
That no,
we
no names.
don't no names. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Only age and
Only the age and the sex.
Right.
First question comes, and this is just what Ruth does on a radio show, which will soon be on a national network. A 21-year-old male says, a friend from school brought up a telescope to look at people, especially girls, in other buildings. Do you consider this abnormal behavior or just a young man growing up?
Well, I would be a little bit worried, and I'll tell you why. If he would bring it to one of those apartment buildings here and would look somebody that he doesn't know, I would say, that's all right. So look a little while, and I would tell the other people, close your shades.
Sure.
On a college campus where he might be sitting in a philosophy class or in a math class next to that student that he watched last night undress, I have serious questions.
Yeah.
If I would be the resident advisor on that college, I would say to the student, either you disappear or that thing disappears.
Yeah. But don't you get the feeling that in most cases, this is whoever's doing this is going to give it up after a while?
I should hope so.
I mean, it's not weird or anything like a sex cruise on the Nile.
Sexually speaking on the Nile.
Sexually speaking on the Nile. What a vacation this is going to be. Question number 2 comes to us from a 33-year-old female. When you cease to enjoy sex with your mate and begin to enjoy it with someone else, does that mean the relationship with your mate is pretty well shot?
What do you think?
I think so.
I think so too.
By the way, I have a cruise going down the Hudson this summer that we go around. It's tied in with the Circle Line, and you get hot towels and souvenirs. So, Dr. Ruth, male 25, is there anything strange about a woman who finds out that every man she has ever been attracted to turns out to be, wow, this is strange, turns out to be gay? Should she go gay herself? Now, this means
That's
something
a serious
here.
question,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
That's a serious question, and I tell you something, David. In our society, especially in large cities like San Francisco and Chicago and New York, they might be, there are many people who are homosexuals who are particularly attracted to large cities. It could very well be that
Homosexuals are attracted to large cities?
it's easier to live.
I didn't know.
Hold it.
I thought it was something else. I had no idea. Attracted to large cities.
It's easier to live.
I know what you
in a
mean.
large
They
city.
go to
Okay.
cosmopolitan areas. Sure.
Now, I would say that this young woman, just maybe in a series of encounters, happens to have met wonderful guys who are good friends, who are very good company, but happen not to be interested in her sexually. And I would say to her that there's nothing wrong with her, but just to go out and to go looking for a man who might be interested in a sexual relationship with her. Except, I would say there might be something wrong with her if she only frequents bars and places
Sure.
where homosexuals do congregate.
Yeah. It sounds like there might be a little built-in defense mechanism if she's only surrounding herself by these.
No, she might be a little bit afraid of a relationship or something like that. I would say to this young woman, if after a few more months, if this is really becoming a pattern, I would say to go and see a therapist.
Okay. Well, there's the other route. Have time for no more questions tonight. You all right? All right. I'm sorry. Well, she's got the movie, she's got the radio show, and, of course, Sex on the Nile. Get those tickets now. Sexually Speaking, Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Thank you, Dr. Ruth. We'll see you next time. As you probably know, this Saturday marks the 23rd anniversary of the first manned space flight by an American. Of course, I'm talking about Alan Shepard's Mercury program flight. Nobody could hear me at all with this? A little bit? All right. The Freedom 7 flight. In honor of that occasion, Paul and I, right here, will race our own rocket-propelled vehicles down the hallway here on the 6th floor. Before we do this, let me introduce you to the people who designed and developed and actually built the rocket-powered vehicles, Kathleen Ankers and Mr. Dan Blyer. Kathleen, tell us a little bit about the vehicle itself.
Well, they're dual skateboards with a sleigh-based chair.
Uh-huh. And how are they powered, Dan?
Well, you hold this a fire extinguisher in your lap. You really hold it real tight, and you squeeze the trigger and point it backwards, and away you go.
All right. And if we run out of a power supply, you two will bring more to us?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. You're the same team that gave us the crouton toaster, aren't you? Yes, I thought so. All right. Paul, you and I are going to go down to the starting line. Oh, my God, look at that. That's exciting. Okay, now here to tell you more about the upcoming excitement, NBC correspondent Bob Costas. Bob, it's all yours.
All right, David, thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to NBC's exclusive coverage of tonight's launch. If all goes well here, it'll be the longest rocket-propelled voyage ever on a late-night talk show. This launch will continue the tradition of American achievements in space, from the Mercury Pioneers through the Gemini and Apollo projects, the Space Shuttle, and finally now, the rocket chair, developed by Dr. Richard Brandt of New York University. Behind me, the rocket chairs rise into the evening sky. The white mist you can see is excess fuel being vented into the atmosphere. Now, if a craft runs out of fuel during the race, the pilot will jettison his main tank and switch over to a reserve tank with the help of his flight crew. Under no circumstances will the mission be scrubbed. The first pilot to cross the finish line is the winner. Now, of course, this mission could be quite hazardous. If a guidance system fails, a craft could deviate from its computed trajectory and smash into a wall. If that happens, the pilot may have to go to EVA, extravehicular activity, to straighten out his chair. The countdown now is about to begin, so let's go to the launch pad for a look at last-minute preparations.
You all set? Go with what? No, I'm ready. You, sure.
Clear the area. Clear the area. 10, 9,
just move on.
8,
5. Take it to 5.
7,
Just go to 5.
6,
There you go.
5,
There you go.
4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will describe the scene to you, but I am blinded by the mist. It appears that David Letterman has come out of that mist and has crossed the finish line first.
No problem.
While lagging
No problem.
and lagging badly is Paul Schaefer. Not unlike the order of finish in the legendary dog sled
Oh, my
races.
God. Are you all right?
Thank you.
Is he all right? Will somebody check him, please? Is Paul all right?
Yes.
Seem to be wedged
No
here in
problem.
the chair.
I ran into my crew. There we go.
Now, of course, they're painting my footsteps here on the floor.
It's the standard procedure, the historic first steps back on terra firma. Dave, did you have any problem with the G-forces out there?
Bob, let me just say, generally, this is the stupidest thing I've ever witnessed network money spent on. And frankly, I'm proud to be a part of it. Paul, are you all right?
I'm just fine. I ran into Kathleen. She was coming to my aid, and we had a little spill there.
Oh, brother, I don't know if you folks at home can feel the tension and electricity, but out here, it's, well, you describe it,
Well,
Bob.
speaking of electricity, just in case there should be any after effects, on hand now from the late late-night space program with chemically treated blankets is Al Frisch. And, of course, Al has the tang, which you will need to invigorate yourself after this voyage.
That's very nice, very thoughtful of you. Thank you, Bob, and thank you very much, Al. Paul, go ahead and whip up some tang there.
All right.
Well, that's pretty much it here, isn't it?
I think that pretty much covers it, unless you've got something
No,
else.
I'm pretty...
How many tablespoons
A
of this?
heaping...
One heaping tablespoon?
Yeah, just heap it up there.
Let me ask you this, David. Any advice quickly for youngsters who might be watching tonight about the fundamentals of space travel?
Just lay off the fried food, kids. It's time now for a segment we like to call Know Your Staff, So We Do. The subject of tonight's segment is our very own guitarist, a fellow who has virtually grown up in show business. Please say hello now to Mr. Steve Kahn. Steve, nice to see you.
Thank you.
All right. When we say you grew up in show business, explain how that happened.
Well, Dave, as you know, because you're in the business,
That's right.
my father is the 4-time Academy Award-winning lyricist Sammy Kahn.
Yes?
And so that is sort of how I came into the world of show business.
Why don't you tell the folks for what he received his Academy Awards?
Okay, if I can remember, it's All the Way, High Hopes, 3 Coins in the Fountain, and Call Me Irresponsible.
And a major force in American music. It's safe to say that, isn't it?
That he is.
Yeah.
And before we stomp all over my childhood, I just wanted to
Now, Steve.
present to you my dad's rhyming dictionary.
Well, that's very thoughtful of you. I'm always needing words that rhyme, and this will fill the bill, because one day I'm going to win an Academy Award for a song, and now I'm well on my way. Now, Stephen, did you have a normal childhood growing up in these heady show business surroundings?
Well, essentially it was. You see, at the time, my father was sort of known as the court jester of Frank Sinatra's Rat Pack. So I thought it was very normal to have a Sunday barbecue and you have Uncle Frank over.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's very impressive. Now, tell the folks about your bar mitzvah.
Well, okay. Basically, there are sort of 3, let's call them branches of the Jewish religion, and there's the Orthodox, the Conservative, and then they created this other category called the Reformed, which I think was sort of especially for California. A bar mitzvah in California isn't recognized in the other 49 states.
And that's what you got.
Right. See, at 12 and a half, you're told, oh, by the way, you'll be getting bar mitzvahed in 6 months.
Okay. Now, we have here a collection, an unbelievable collection of
It
photographs taken at your bar mitzvah. Let's take a look at them, and you tell us who and what. If
Okay,
you will,
now
Steve.
this is my dad and I kind of posing on the pulpit where
Right.
I
This is
delivered
the happy
Haftorah phonetically.
All right.
Now this is later at the party, and here we have, in the middle, you see George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Yeah.
Leo DeRocher, former baseball manager.
Right.
Matt Gray, a close associate of Mr. Dean Martin. And Dr. Murray Sacklad, dentist to the stars.
Gracie looks terrific. Did you know her well when you were a kid?
She used to call me, and we'd talk every once in a while.
You actually had a little...
I'm kidding.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. Now, this is unbelievable.
This is
Run
a great
this one
picture.
down for us.
We have Dean Martin.
Yep.
Janet Lee is next to him on his, on the right there. Then next to the two of them, we have the former vice president of gambling at the Sands Hotel, Mr. Carl Cohen and his wife. And on the left, we have my mom.
Yeah, very striking-looking woman. Now, these people were just there at your bar mitzvah reception.
They were
weren't
just there.
All right.
Now, this is a very interesting picture. This is me kissing Dean Martin's wife, Jeannie. Later, they, of course...
broke up, sure.
Oh, yes. Okay. Now...
You weren't named in that action, were you?
I don't think so. I think I escaped.
Here we have...
Here we have a group of my friends with Carrie Fisher's mom, Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah. Well, she looks terrific there also.
Fetching gown.
How many folks turned out for this thing?
It was a large gathering. I don't really remember.
Just under what shows up in Pasadena for the Tournament of Roses parade, I think. All right, and here we have Stephen.
Okay, we have my dad. Tony Curtis is in the middle.
Wow.
Conductor Axel Stordahl is on the right, and on the left was the once most famous L.A. restaurateur Michael Romanoff.
Yep.
It was a hell at his restaurant.
Where was that located?
In Beverly Hills, I think, somewhere. Now, this, of course, this is probably the most interesting part of the whole evening.
You're a
This
handsome little kid.
I was a cute guy. This is me with Janet Leigh, and at my bar mitzvah, Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh, who were married at the time, had a terrible fight and went storming out.
It was a real screamer?
I was named in this.
Okay, here we have Steve Kahn, of course, in the middle, and Kirk Douglas and Edward G. Robinson, also
That's
at
right,
the bar
and
mitzvah party.
Joan Collins in the back.
No. We have a copy here of Steve's album, Eyewitness, Steve Kahn, and also on this record is our own Steve Jordan. Thank you very much, Steve. We'll finish up these photos another night. We'll see you folks Monday. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
From New York, which, if America had been discovered by the Japanese, would more than likely be Los Angeles. Oh, forget it. This makes no sense at all. It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, sportscaster Marv Albert, actor Ron Silver, and Stupid Pet Tricks. Also, we make friends on the interstate highway system and small-town news. And now, a man who, if you ask me, would be out of a job if there was anything else to watch at this time of night, David Letterman!
Very nice. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you very much. Welcome to the program. I'm your host. My name is Dave Letterman. There's Paul, our musical director. Hi, Paul. Nice to have you here.
David, nice to see you.
Paul, last night on television, did you watch the Renee Richards story?
Oh, I didn't catch the Renee
What was
Richards
the name of the TV movie, the Renee Richards? The Second Serve, all about Renee Richards, who was
Second what?
Second Serve, a professional tennis player. Formerly was let me get this straight, a man, an ophthalmic surgeon, eye surgeon, yeah. And then became a female and played tennis for a number of years. You know, I think the most interesting feature of the whole show, and I thought they handled the subject quite nicely, but I found the most interesting thing was the hardest part about becoming a woman for Dr. Richards was learning to like Tom Jones. So oh, stop it. Come on, hey. I'm just a kid trying to make a living. Leave me alone, will you? What else? Oh, this is exciting. The Pope is coming to the United States in the spring of 1987. He's going to visit Florida. He's going to visit Texas, and he's also going to visit California. And the purpose of his trip, he says, is to find the best damn chili dog in the United States. So, also, Soviet dissident Anatoly Sharansky met with Ronald Reagan yesterday, and he asked him for the president. He asked him for his help in getting Jews out of the Soviet Union. And oddly enough, this morning, Ronald Reagan also got a call from Kurt Waldheim asking for his help in getting the Jews out of Austria. So it's a very... Are you fans of Kurt Waldheim? Is that it? What are we doing? Oh, what a show, folks. Ron Silver is here, Marv Albert is here, and another installment of Stupid Pet Tricks. Here he is again, folks. What's his name? No, it's Paul. Say hello to Paul.
Thank you very much.
Long night.
Yeah. Dave, thanks. Thank you. David Letterman, you're giving me the one-name treatment
What's
now?
that? What's
just
that?
Paul?
I said Paul. Is that all right?
Like if I was appearing in Vegas, it would just be one name. Certain people only need one name on the marquee.
That's right.
Liberace.
Like who else? Liberace. Cher. Sammy. Frank.
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
No, that's several names.
3 names. Long night, did you say?
Is it? Is it going to be a long... Does it seem like a long night?
No, I think it's going off to a smashing start.
What do we do first? Top 10 list. Get ready, Anton. It's our drummer, Anton Zip.
No. Anton Fig.
Anton Fig.
Yeah. Most respected.
Every night we have a list, a top 10 list in different categories of interesting information, the kind of thing you can talk about the next day at breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
A fascinating top 10. It's like an icebreaker.
Unless you've taped it and you're watching it for the first time at breakfast.
Well, then you talk about it at lunch.
Later on at lunch,
yeah. Tonight's category. These are compiled, by the way, at the Home Office in Milwaukee. Learning to like Tom Jones. That was the hardest part.
Hardest part of...
learning to like Tom Jones. Who would have guessed, out of all of the problems, personal, professional, sociological, who would have guessed that that would have been the biggest problem for Dr. Richards?
They handled it. They handled it nicely, though, you say. Handled the whole subject very...
I thought very nicely, very tastefully. Very tastefully.
Glad you thought so.
I have a bullet lodged terribly close to my spinal cord there in my neck. I'm sorry, and when the humidity goes up, I'm really in pain. Huh?
I caught the same thing.
You have one of those too? Here we go, the top 10 list compiled in the Home Office at Milwaukee, or words to that effect. Tonight's category, top 10 indicators of a brighter future. Top 10 indicators of a brighter future. You'll be talking about this over breakfast. Number 10, low gasoline prices. Number 9, airline peanuts available to general public. Number 8, Cleveland Indians in 3rd place. Number 7, Quincy reruns will last at least 5 years. Number 6, new technology can keep lettuce and tomato cool burger hot. Number 5, big bands aren't coming back after all. Number 4, civil service exam easier than ever, impossible for humans to fail. Number 3, more fabulous babes on TV than ever before in history of medium. Number 2, we have Neanderthal skull in our studio tonight. And the top 10 indicator of a brighter future. Number 1, LaRouche supporters can't take a punch. All right, we got to move along. We have a huge program for you tonight. We have an agreement with the American Museum of Natural History here in New York City. Every night they're supposed to provide us with an interesting display or an artifact. And to be quite honest with you, the last couple of weeks this stuff has been pretty lame. We have here a Neanderthal man's skull, and it's so dull. It's not even a skull. It's made of plaster. It's not a real skull. It's a plaster imitation of a Neanderthal skull, and it's pretty boring. So we're trying to spike it up a little bit. How does this thing work? I just pull it out here. Well, that's not... Oh, I got to do this. Turn it on. All right. Here comes the Neanderthal skull.
2, 3, 4.
Paul. There you go. It wasn't moving, Paul.
2, 3, 4.
Skull. Lousy suspension on the skull.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. We've had more trouble with stuff from this museum. Now what? We got to get going. I know. I'm sorry. It's this bullet right here. And they can't operate because it's right there on the spinal cord. Here we go. Something I enjoy doing. I know Paul enjoys doing it, and we believe all of the vast North American viewing audience pretty much indifferent about it. Well, it's called Small Town News. You ready, Paul? You have music for Small Town News?
You know I have music for
Okay, hurry, though.
Small Town News.
Okay. Here's one. Found, this is in the some kind of classified ads. It says, found 1 mile east of overpass, one large husky female. Boys, get the truck. We have to go pick up your mother again. Here's something from the East Washingtonian Pomeroy News, Washington something. Sandy Hansen wins barrel filled with Diet Pepsi. And you know, it's amazing. She still has plans to keep her regular job. Here's something from the Dixie News in northern Kentucky. Meismer Gronefeld to wed. If there's anyone here who has any objection to this marriage, I'll blow them to hell. An advertisement for something in the Palm Beach, Florida Post-Evening Times. Big dance and picnic, American Polish Club, beer, soda, beer, coffee, and cake. Yes, but will there be any beer? Hi, how are you? It's a place called Baby O's in Houston, or someplace. This is from the Toronto Sun, it says. Super special, supper special. Who knows what it is. Steak with fries and salad, choice of drink and table dancer, only $10.99. You know, we came in for the dancing, but we fell in love with the food. That's the one. So, and we have plenty more here. Let me just get
Dave,
to plenty more of these.
Dave, excuse me.
Yes, Paul, what is it?
I don't know. Maybe this isn't the venue for this, but I don't know. Leading off. This is the lead off of the show.
That's right. Top of the show.
News,
right.
Right at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. So what? What's the matter with that?
Well, I mean, it's a cute little segment and everything, but this is an important ratings period.
That's right.
We got a big budget, and you're cutting things out of a newspaper.
Right.
I don't know what's next. Fun with coupons? You know, what do you...
Paul, we've been through this 100 times. The credo of this program is the best, top-quality, fine family entertainment every night, night in, night out. We don't use cheap gimmicks. We don't use a lot of silliness, a lot of extravagance to gain a huge audience during a rating period. We believe in solid, simple entertainment, night in and night out. No gimmicks, no tricks, no lasers. Yes, Hal? Hal?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's a fire in the hall out where the Petricks are.
Oh, my God, I got to get down there. Oh, my God. Oh, oh, my God. Oh, oh, my God. Oh. Oh, geez, what's going on here? What the hell happened here? What is the deal? What is this?
We've got all the animals out except one. There's a little dog in there.
Oh, no. Well, let's go in and get him out of
there. No, I'm afraid we can't let you do that, sir. Much too dangerous in there. The ceiling is going to cave in any minute now.
No, the ceiling is going to cave in. Oh, my gosh.
Mr. Letterman, is my little dog Snuffles going to be all right?
I'll tell you something, honey. As long as I'm the host of this show, you can damn well bet that dog is going to be all right. Out of my way, boys.
Hey, have you lost your mind?
You guys ad-lib till I get back.
That guy, he's crazy. Either that, or he's the bravest man you've ever seen. Yeah, and I thought he was just another network pretty boy. He's just got guts. That's what he has.
Here you go, sweetheart. There's your little doggy. There you are, honey.
Thank you, Mr. Letterman.
Looks like our work here is done.
Gonna rename him Dave. Excuse me, sir. Sir, pardon me. You, fireman, pardon me. Hey, you really think of me as a pretty boy? Okay.
Not anymore, pal.
Okay. Oh, it's hot in here. It's dark in here, isn't it? Oh, I had to rescue the little dog.
That was swell, Dave.
Thank you very much.
What a great show this has become.
You know, I think I may have inhaled some smoke down there.
Are you all right?
But I'll continue. No, I'll continue.
Okay. We'll check on you.
Pardon me. But the important thing is we rescued the little dog.
What a hero you are, Dave.
Thank you. No, I don't want to play it up.
No, you.
Okay, it's time now for, and plus I have that, you know, that neck thing.
Bullet lodge. How'd you get that thing?
Paper route accident. Well, ladies and gentlemen, oddly enough, it's time once again for another installment of Stupid Pet Tricks. Quite briefly, what it is people, their family pets, they come into the show and they show us little interesting things that the dogs and cats and birds and so forth have learned to do while they've been living with the families, and then we report them to the county. Remember, this is an only exhibition. It's not a competition, so please, please, no wagering. Let's meet our first participant tonight, David Dykeman. Mr. Dykeman, come on out, sir. Hi, David. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. Nice to see you. Where are you from, David?
From Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, is that right? Nice town. My sister used to live in Wichita.
I know that. I know someone that knows her.
Is that right? Well, keep it to yourself. Now, this is your dog, David? What is his name?
Yes, this is my dog. His name's Titan.
Hi, Titan. How are you? And this is a, what is this, a Doberman?
Doberman Pinscher.
Doberman?
Right.
But they make very nice pets, don't they?
Yes, very nice.
Okay, how long have you had Titan?
He will be 10 years old tonight.
Oh, tonight? So it's his birthday?
Yes.
Well, congratulations to both you and the dog. And you're applauding for the dog's birthday? All right, now what is Titan going to do for us tonight? Oh, he's got some slop here in his eyes.
That stays there.
No, you want that out. You don't want that in there, do you?
That stays there, Dave.
Oh, it stays there. Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry.
It stays.
Kind of a deformity. I'm sorry. All right. What are you going to do for us?
Well, Titan is going to when I tell him to go to bed, he was going to lay down and roll up in this blanket and then cover his head up with his paws.
So he sort of tucks himself in.
Yes.
Okay, good enough, David. And the dog Titan, do you want a drum roll or anything here?
I need to get the blanket set up here.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
You can come over here and hold on to him, and I'll put the blanket down right here.
Okay, Titan. Nice to see you. Did you guys come all the way from Wichita?
Yes, we flew.
How does Titan like to fly?
Real well.
Don't lie to me.
It beats walking.
Okay, there's the blanket.
Okay.
All right.
And then I got to get him set here. Come here.
Okay.
Stop right here.
All right, Titan and the...
Okay.
Going to tuck himself in.
He's off the leash now.
Okay, he's off the leash. Did you want a drum roll here?
Just a quiet one.
Quiet drum roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Titan. Go to bed. Go. 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 Now, cover. Wait a minute. He didn't. Cover your head.
Is that it?
Well, he can't. Cover your head. Cover your head.
The dog's trapped in there.
Cover your head.
Okay.
He hit the podium.
Nice job, David. Let's, you want to take a look at it here in slow motion? There's Titan rolling himself up. Oh, no!
He hit the podium.
Yeah, nice job, though. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. Okay, Titan, bye-bye. Take care of yourself, buddy. Bye-bye. Next tonight here is Kevin Kelshaw. Kevin, come on out, sir. Hi, Kevin. How are you? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And where are you from, Kevin?
Jessup, Georgia.
When you work down there?
Yes, sir.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a sports director.
For a what?
Radio station.
For a radio station. Which radio station?
WLOP.
And what kind of stuff do you play?
Country on one side and middle of the road on the other side.
Does pretty well, the operation?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I hear a radio, as a matter of fact. Is that the dog playing?
This is Fred.
Hi, Fred. How are you? I hear music. Where? Oh, I'm sorry. Sid had a station on. That's all right, Sid. We'll be down here in a couple minutes. And Fred is, this is a golden retriever? Yeah, beautiful dog. And what is Fred going to do for us tonight?
Fred's going to have a ball in his mouth and an apple on his nose, and when I snap my fingers, he spits out the ball and catches the apple.
Oh, that'll be very impressive. Okay, a ball, an apple on his nose, a ball in his mouth, and he's going to... All right, okay. Now this you want a drum roll for, I guess.
No, it needs to be quiet.
Oh, it needs to be very quiet. Okay. Okay, very quiet. Fred will spit out the ball, catch the apple. Here we go. Yeah!
Now he gets to eat the apple.
Very impressive. Thanks, Kevin. Here it is again. Let's take a look. Just like magic, and yes! Nice job. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks, Fred. Take care, buddy. Okay, Fred. He's got to finish. He wants to finish the apple. Okay, okay. All right, there you go, buddy. All right, we'll see you. Okay, bye-bye. How are we doing here on All right, our next guest is Jim somebody. Come out and tell me how to pronounce your last name, Jim. Hi, Jim. How are you? Linish? Linish. Nice to see you, Jim. Where are you from, Jim?
Lawrence, Kentucky.
You came all the way up here just for this?
Came all the way up here just for this.
That's great. And this is your dog?
My dog, Gretchen.
Gretchen?
Which is a miniature dachshund.
A miniature dachshund?
A miniature dachshund.
And do they make nice pets, these animals?
Very good house pets. And,
okay.
Very learned animal. She does a lot of tricks besides what we're going to show you tonight.
Okay, what are you going to show us tonight?
We're going to show you how she does a back massage when you come home from a hard day's work.
Okay.
It makes you feel pretty nice.
Okay, the dog will massage...
will massage my back.
Your back.
In a back.
Okay. Okay.
Petting motion.
What can I do for you?
I need you to hold my jacket here.
Okay. Is there disrobing involved in this?
Yes, a little bit. Just one robe. And
let me hold the jacket here for you.
Hold the jacket.
Okay.
And,
the dog will...
use your floor. So.
All right, go right ahead.
I'll have to unleash her here. And,
how old is Gretchen?
Gretchen is 12.
12, all right.
Come here, Gretchen.
Come on.
Let's get your sock, Gretchen. Come on down here. Let's give your daddy a back rub. Come on over here. Let's go. Come on over here. Come on, let's go. Get up here. Get up on the back. Come on up here. Come on. Get up here. Give me a rub now. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. Let's go. Come on. Give it to me. Come on. Give me a rub. Come on up.
Okay, Jim. Jim, your time is up. Okay, nice job. Here it is. Gretchen the dog giving Jim... Very impressive. Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you. Okay, take care. Where'd the dog go? There's the dog. Thank you very much, Jim. Nice to meet you. See what he likes the skull here. This damn thing keeps turning over. We have the skull here from the American Museum of Natural History. Now, it didn't tip over in rehearsal, did it? There. Whoa, easy. Watch it. Oh, my gosh. Look out. Okay, well, there it is. It's valued at, how much is that worth? They said $3,300? In the 60 years NBC has been in existence, my next guest has probably racked up more airtime than any other single personality. He is the host of the NBC Baseball pregame show. He is also a boxing, basketball, and football commentator, as well as a sports anchor on WNBC News. On top of all that, he is the voice of the New York Knicks and also the New York Rangers, who had a very nice season this year. Please welcome Mr. Sports, Marv Albert. Marv. Hi, Marv.
Say the Knicks and Rangers had a very nice season?
No, the Rangers had a very nice season. The Knicks, it was a little unfortunate.
Yes, injury play.
Yeah, a lot of injuries. Bernard King was injured. Who else was injured?
Just about everybody else. Bill Cartwright got hurt. Yeah. Pat Cummings during the year. There was a luncheon the other day here in town in which Cartwright was supposed to accept a trophy for Ewing, who was supposed to be there, but he had the flu. Cartwright was involved in a minor automobile accident.
Oh, goodness.
So, well, he's all right. That was a fender bender, as they say.
But Patrick Ewing, very impressive as a rookie, under the circumstances, would you have to say?
Terrific season. Then, to follow up on that, what do you...
The skull is now moving on its own.
That's okay. I accept these things very well. Ernie Grunfeld, who was another teammate, a guy you're familiar with, was
Ernie Grunfeld,
accepted the trophy and then dropped it.
Oh no! So it was not a bad year.
No, it was.
But next year we're looking forward to better things from the Knicks.
Should be good.
Yeah. You're now doing the baseball pregame shows here on NBC.
Right. Every Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. We had a little incident on the show.
Oh, that's right. I heard about this. A mix-up kind of.
Right. You know, Bob Costas of NBC Sports.
Good friend of ours. Very nice man.
He and his wife had a baby the other day, and he had promised Kirby Puckett of the Minnesota Twins that if he hit a certain amount of home runs by a specific time, and Kirby's been one of the surprises of the year, he would name the baby, if a boy, Kirby.
Right.
And then when he thought about it, he reneged. And this was awful.
Yeah.
So I mentioned on the pregame show in closing that Costas reneged, but I said I'm very proud about the fact that the Costases have decided to name the youngster Marvin. And I signed off. This is Marv Albert, NBC Sports. I left out 2 words, which should have been just kidding. As a result, he was besieged with phone calls. And people would call up and very sheepishly point out, is that really true?
Yeah.
Did you name him Marvin? In other words, they're making fun of
your name. Sure, yeah.
Which, right.
I think Marvin would have been a nice name.
Nothing wrong with
They
it.
named him Keith, I understand.
Right. I've had a grudge with my parents about this for many years, but so as a result...
Well, you know, I'll tell you what. My firstborn, I'll name Marvin.
That's very nice.
Or Marvina, if it's a girl.
Marvina will be fine. You will be held.
Marvina.
You will be held to this.
Marv Albert, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sports. New from
Jacques
Steven
Dembois.
Spielberg, Moto Skull. Ah! Okay, I know, we got to get going. There it is. Will Rogers once said, I never met a man I didn't like. Well, he was probably lying through his teeth. And I'm not sure that he ever got a chance to travel our modern interstate highway system, but if he did, he'd probably discover, as we did a few days ago, it's still possible to make new friends, even from a moving vehicle. Take a look at this, folks.
Lovely day for a drive. Go through here, pay our toll. Some people from Virginia ahead of us. They're towing a car and all of their possessions today. Hi, how are you? Nice day, isn't it? Do you have change for $1? Thank you very much. What's your name? I'm sorry? Letta, nice to see you.
Take care.
Have a nice weekend.
What y'all doing?
Bye-bye. That's Letta. Okay. Hi, Letta. How are you? There you go.
I'm back again.
Yeah. Are you from the area, Letta?
No, I live in the Bronx.
Live in the Bronx? How long you had the job?
Here in 2 months.
Enjoy yourself?
So far, so good.
Can I bring you anything?
Nah.
All right.
I done had my lunch already.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Have a nice day now.
Letta. Gracious woman. Hi, Letta.
Oh, you again?
How you doing?
You back again?
Here you are.
Okay.
You from a big family?
Yeah, I need another nickel.
You need another what?
Nickel.
Can't you let it go? What do I'm a nickel short? All right, here.
Oh, that's okay.
No, here. Give me that. How big a family are you from? Do you have a big family?
No.
Have any hobbies? No hobbies? Archery?
I really don't do too much anything, really.
Okay.
I really don't.
That's all right. Have a good day.
I'm a very dull person.
Bye-bye.
All right, have a nice day now.
You too. Letta, it just occurred to me, the last time I was here, you said you were kind of dull. You don't seem like a dull person to me.
I don't?
No, you have a certain joie de vivre, a certain glow about you. Is this your favorite position?
No, we have a different booth every day.
We have a different booth every day? So this kind of thing would never get monotonous, would it?
No, not really.
It's always something new. Well, we got to go.
You enjoy your day, though, and have a nice weekend.
All right, nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice meeting you, though. You enjoy your weekend.
Okay, take
Sorry,
care.
I couldn't be much help.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, enjoy it now.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice
What's your last name? I said Letta, L-E-T-T-A?
No.
Is that how you spell your name? How do you spell it?
B-O-W-M-A-N.
Oh, Letta Bowman.
Arnetta.
Oh, Arletta.
Arnetta.
Bother you to have to change 100?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Oh, and I'd like a pack of gum, too, please. I changed for 100. Listen, we found some stuff.
All right.
Because we don't know exactly what to do with it. We found it on the on-ramp.
Okay.
And our position is that it's your responsibility.
All right.
Here it is. The wheel cover.
All right.
And the shoe. 8.5 right. It's like a man's loafer.
8.5 right man loafer.
A small man. Now let me give you an address. Did I pay you yet?
No.
This stuff goes to Brandon Tartikoff. Write this down. Brandon Tartikoff. B-R-A-N-D-O-N. Tartikoff. T-A-R-T. There you got your Tart. I-C-O-F-F. There you got your Ikoff. Brandon Tartikoff. 3000 3000 Alameda Drive. Burbank. B-U-R. There you got your Burr. B-A-N-K. There you got your bank. Burbank. California.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Come here.
See, the thing about you can't go to the lane. You have to go back and go to the other lane.
We have a little something for you because you've been so nice for us today.
Oh, but that's okay.
No, here, we have a little, first of all,
You have to back out and go to the
okay,
lane back there.
we'll do that. But here's this. This is for you.
All right.
We have something else for you.
Well, why all this? Why give me this stuff?
Well, because you've been so nice to us today. Well, here, I'll open it for you. But are they worried about something in here not being right?
Well, that's what the thing about it.
Like I'm a Libyan or something? I'm a very well-known global terrorist. I go around handing out flowers and baked goods. That's how I even the score. Oh, Arnetta, look at this. Look at that. Sweet rolls. Boy.
Sweet rolls. That's sweet.
Well, these are fresh.
Well, my grandmother was good.
All right. Here, Arnetta, we have some fruit juice, too.
Yes.
There you go. Be careful, the bag's wet.
Don't start by
Okay. Thanks a lot. We have to go.
All right, now, now.
We're going to Buffalo.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Enjoy. Yeah. Buffalo. Enjoy. We're coming up on 16 minutes after the hour. Gonna start doing this like the Today Show, Paul. 16 minutes after the hour.
My next guest is an entertaining actor. I think they had a motorized skull this morning, too, on their show. No, that was just Bryant. It's only a joke. My next guest is an entertaining actor who has been in such movies as Silkwood, Garbo Talks, and Best Friends, and he can right now, be seen on Broadway here in New York, starring in a play with Marlo Thomas. It's called Social Security. Please welcome back to this program, Ron Silver. Ron, come on. Oh, Ron, good to see you again. How you doing? Nice to have you here. Come on over, sir. How are things with the play? A big success?
Yeah, it is. It's tremendous. Yeah.
Have you worked with Marlo Thomas before?
No, I haven't. This is the first time.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it's going very, very well.
Is she a nice woman to work with?
She's lovely. She's very smart, and she's a very good actress.
Yeah. Do you see much of Phil over there?
He comes around a lot, not the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Like
now, did you hear anything from Marlo about that whole episode?
Actually, I did. It was kind of funny. She was going up to Boston, I think, to get a peace award.
Right.
And her husband was in a fight at the airport, so it wasn't... and what happened is, Marlo was standing there hitting the guy with a pocketbook, saying, "Stop this macho crap! Come on, you guys!" But, if you know Phil at all, I don't know if you do.
I've met him a couple of times.
He's a very Pacific guy, and he's very mellow. And, she's been with him, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years. Sure. She's never seen him get into a fight. And, well, actually, he did get into a fight the week before. We went out for a beer, but it was not his fault. He was provoked.
How did that happen?
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Thursday before. He was in a fight on the street, actually. That was Phil's fault, that fight. But
so he's roaming the streets of New York. He's pretty handy with his mitts.
Yeah, he's in a fight 2-3 times a day. They've kept it quiet up till now.
He's all for a punch-out. So everything's going good over there.
Oh, yeah, it's tremendous. It's very gratifying. The audiences are loving it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they're walking out, and for one of the few times you don't feel guilty that people have paid that price for a ticket. They're walking out at the end of the night, and they're very up, and it's...
I've never had that feeling.
Well, there you are.
Now, how do you keep yourself from getting bored if you do the thing?
I don't.
You're doing matinees and stuff?
No, what you do, you find something, to keep it alive. I mean, that's part of the craft. You do it. I didn't get bored until, I think, the 4th or 5th performance.
Now, I think the last time you were on the program, there was a story, something that had just happened to you in your family dealing, and the reason I bring this up, I think you were also on that night with Stupid Pet Tricks, but is there something...
It was an elephant. I remember it. Yes, it was an elephant there. No, actually, I saw these Stupid Pet Tricks tonight, and the dog that you saved and all like that, and something did happen. And this is a real story. It's a real dog story. When my wife and I had our first child, he was about 2 or 3 years old. And when he took a nap one afternoon, the quiet times are quite precious to a couple because you need that time to do whatever you have to do.
Sure.
Okay. So the baby went down for a nap, and the phone rings. And I say to my wife, I said, "Do me a favor, you get it. I don't want to talk to anybody now." She said, "Fine." She gets the phone. She's gone for a long time. I'm reading the paper. I don't know. She comes back into me, and she's livid. And she says, "It's your cousin, Leah. I don't want to deal with her." I said, "Calm down. What's going on?" She said, "Listen, her dog died, and she is on the phone, and she is incoherent." I said to her, "Well, why is she calling me? She's in New York. I'm in California. What can I possibly..." She said, "You deal with her." So I get on the phone. I don't own any dogs, but I can understand the relationship is very intimate. So I get on the phone. I'm trying to be very nice, and I say, "Listen, sweetheart," and she's incoherent. She's babbling, profound, sobbing. And I said, "Listen, sweetheart," I said, "Look, I don't own a dog, but I can understand the relationship, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Look, what was his name?" And she gets out these 2 words, "Very funny." And she starts crying again. I said, "Listen, sweetheart, and she says, "He just died. And now I'm getting an image in my mind. I say, "Was he hit by a car? Is his body laying in the street? Is that why you're upset? Is there anybody around?" And she's not answering me. Now I'm listening on the end of the phone. It's incoherent and no talking and sobbing and sobbing. So I say, "Listen," I said, "this is going to sound stupid, but if there's no blood, why don't you try..." Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him or something like that. And I don't know a lot about dogs. I said, "Put a leash on him or try to walk him around the block or something like that." And I realize it's getting kind of stupid now, but I don't know what else to say. And she's going on. Now I'm starting to get a little aggravated. I see my afternoon going right down the drain, and there's nothing I can do. So I say, "Listen, sweetheart," I said, why don't you just, if you know that he's dead or something like that, why don't you take him out to the backyard and, give him a little burial and grieve and more for..." And I'm not getting anything. I said, "Look, I know you cannot substitute one for the other.
Right.
But you know what? You'll get over this, and it will be fine, and you'll go to a kennel, and you'll get another
Sure.
dog. I know it's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
You're doing everything you can to comfort her.
Her father died. My wife misunderstood. Dad for dog. That's a true story. I know. I was not happy. I was as happy as you are. My wife thought she said our dog died, and she said my dad died.
Bury him in the backyard.
Well, I'm telling you. Here I am.
Yeah, here's the man to come to in your time of need.
It was just...
Bury him in a backyard.
It was...
Put the pound, get another one.
It was a horrible afternoon.
that's-
And then what happened after I had realized that this is a faux pas, yes?
Yeah.
I realized I had made the mistake. Then all the questions I had asked her started to recur to me. And then when I actually knew it was her father, a cousin of mine that I was very dear to me, actually, I couldn't help but laugh. So then when I actually, and it just turned into an abysmal laugh. That's my dog.
Now, did everybody get over that and has no hard feelings?
Yeah, I don't think. I haven't seen these people
that's a
in
sad,
3 or
sad
4
story.
years.
No, and you're not going to see them either. Get another one at the pound. Not that big a deal, no. What's the new film you're doing?
Okay, well, Beyond the Fall, it's called Eat and Run.
That's very
And
strange,
it's,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's by a young, wonderful director, Christopher Hart. He also wrote the picture. And it's basically about a space creature that comes down to Earth and starts eating Italians in New York.
Oh, yeah.
And Italians start disappearing, and I'm a detective assigned to the case. It's very funny. It's your run-of-the-mill film. You know, it's,
now, do we have time for just a couple of these?
well,
Because
maybe.
these are
Yeah,
always
this is
very
the New York
interesting.
Times, February 9th.
You want to hold this up?
Yeah, whatever you
Okay,
want.
what does it say there, Ryan? You read it off.
Yeah,
Okay.
it says, artificial heart works well, but patient's memory fails. I found that
Got most of the
amusing, but
bugs worked out of that.
there
Okay.
you go.
All right. Okay, one other little item. Lifeguards in New Orleans had a party to celebrate their first drown-free summer, and at the party, someone drowned. My thanks to Ron Silver, Marv Albert, and everybody who helped us out with Stupid Petrix. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, folks.